former Michigan gubernatorial candidate Tudor Dixon, New Hampshire Senate candidate Scott Brown, and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Thank you so much for joining us. There is a surge of patriotism here, Senator, that we haven't seen. I mean, Donald Trump is racking up wins like it's hard. He said it was going to be hard, that we were going to get tired of winning, and that's really what he's actually delivered on.
Well, you never get tired of winning. I've been to the fairgrounds. My wife is from Winterset, Iowa. It's an amazing place, amazing people. Chuck Grassley's a dear friend. And, yeah, the president's on a roll for sure. And this bill, I believe, is the rocket fuel that the economy needs. Those tax cuts are making them permanent, giving regulatory and tax certainty to our businesses, especially the farmers that he referenced, eliminating a lot of the issues that were putting a lot of those farms out of business. The no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, increasing credits for various families. It's a good bill. And what he said, which I thought was really encouraging, is that, hey, listen, we have to get the bill done. We can go in thereafter and actually fix some of the things that may still need to be fixed. And I support that, obviously. I think it's a good bill, and I think the president should be commended. And more importantly, Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune, yeoman's work, and all the people that voted for it. So good for him and good for the country.
Yeah, well, you and I have been through that, and sometimes you just got to sweat them out, and that seemed to work. Tudor, from sea to shining sea, I think there's this surge of patriotism that we have not seen in so long, and it's radiating out. And I going into the July 4th holiday like this, I mean, this is like right out of a movie script.
It absolutely is. And here we have Donald Trump, who so rightfully is the man in the White House celebrating America 250. And I just want to say, sometimes, we think that we know the plan. We thought 2020 was the plan, and God has such a better plan for us, because this is exactly where Donald Trump should be right now. And what a great day to celebrate. He's celebrating the passing of this big, beautiful bill. He will sign it on Independence Day, and there will be a huge celebration, and a celebration of the men who just came back from Iran, who were able to bring peace to the Middle East. And that will be a continued role for President Trump, is to bring peace to this world and to make sure the economy in the United States just soars. And Joe, I got to tell you, look, I've seen a lot of Democrats desperately try to make a case, but it just seemed like the 8+ hours of Hakeem Jeffries on the floor just solidified for Republicans across the country. Yeah, this is why we elected Donald Trump. This is exactly what we signed up for. And I don't think it didn't move a single person over to the Democratic side of the aisle. And it was almost kind of embarrassing.
It was, Jason. Cheesy performance art versus results. And we're talking about, President Trump brought it up during his speech, how he's had a great 2 weeks. This has been the best 2 weeks of President Trump's time in office, and we're including his first term. You can make the argument that in modern times, no president has had a better 2 weeks than what we saw here over the last 2 weeks. And you think about it, the passing of the big, beautiful bill, like you mentioned, jobs report exceeding expectations once again for the 4th straight month today. We also saw a record close of the S&P for the 7th straight day. Consumer confidence at an all-time high, or at least over the last couple of years. Iran, their nuclear capabilities decimated. The border, 99% drop in border crossings. And then you look at the Democratic Party, Jason, and they are as popular right now as sunburn and hangovers in terms of they can't offer any solutions or any way forward for the American people. So you look at tomorrow, 4th of July, Democrats are going to be protesting throughout the country. They're going to be unhinged. They're going to be angry. There may be violence. There may be fatalities like we saw during the No Kings protests. So Donald Trump, results, Democrats, resistance. What do you think the American people like right now?
Yeah, Senator Brown, the 4th of July is supposed to bring the country together. We can set aside our differences and love our country. And, I went to Congress thinking, we all just have different ways to fight for it, but we're ultimately fighting for the same thing. I left Congress thinking, no, that's not true. There's people that don't love the country the way I love the country. But I got to tell you, when those B-2 bombers fly over in that Independence Day celebration, and the president is there to honor the men and women who flew that bombing mission, oh, it's going to be an amazing moment, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. We live in the greatest country in the world, and when I was the ambassador in New Zealand, Cook, Niue, and Samoa, every time I came home, I thank God that I lived here. And even that was during, obviously turbulent times when I got back, but, I still believe that. We do have the greatest country in the world, and what we are doing, and I think what the president's suggesting and referenced a little bit, is all the activities that are going to happen over the next year just make me so prideful and gives an opportunity for everybody, no matter who they are, to come and celebrate the things that they want to celebrate, to show their patriotism. And they could go to another country if they don't like it, for sure. But we're very blessed to have the president. We're very blessed to have the leadership team that he's put together. And once again, we live in the greatest country in the world. And I hope everybody has a safe and amazing Independence Day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, they're kicking things off right there in Des Moines as we watch the fireworks just after the president's speech there. Fireworks are always great in person, that's for sure, but they're doing a pretty good job. The sun's barely gone down there in Des Moines, but what a great celebration. But Tudor, now it's the opportunity for Republicans to actually produce. They've passed their bill. They've got to now execute on that, and they got to make the case and remind the people that all those Democrat scare tactics, that everybody's going to lose their insurance and all this silliness, that's actually not true. Prosperity is on the horizon, and patriotism, it's okay to be patriotic. That's who we are in this country. And Donald Trump brought that back for us.
And there will be a year of prosperity. This bill will bring lower taxes. This bill will increase the economy. We will see great things happening in the next year before the midterms really come to fruition. And here in Michigan, of course, we're watching this closely because we've already seen the Democrats trying to attack. Even the governor has been trying to attack our congressman here. And I know that this is going to fall flat because the people of Michigan are desperately looking to have these tax cuts to continue. They definitely want to see agriculture soar in the state of Michigan. They want to see manufacturing be brought back. And that's all going to happen with Donald Trump. Donald Trump has already done great things for the state of Michigan. You saw him just now talking in Iowa. But I have also seen the fake news, as he would call it, going out there and saying they cannot believe that he is the most well-liked president of the last 6 Republicans, I think they said. They were totally shocked about it. I'm not shocked at all. When he walked out there tonight, I looked at the expressions on the people's faces. And even at the end, you could see people dancing and singing. And so many people show up. They show up because he shows up for them every single day. Yeah. There is not a Republican in this country that doesn't know that Donald Trump is there for them. And it's funny because he walked out and we were in the office and we're going, how long do you think he's going to talk? And I said, I'd love to say he's tired because he was up all night negotiating, but I know he's not.
No, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not tire. You can't. He just does not tire. Tudor Dixon, Senator Scott Brown, and Joe Concha, thank you so much.